It's a great day to be alive. Don't tell me otherwise. Now, when you think about ways that you want to make your music better, what are you often thinking? We probably jump to, hey, I might need some new equipment. I need some new plugins, some more modern sounds. I need to learn how to mix and master better. You might think I may need to learn an instrument so I can learn better instrumentation. But I'm gonna tell you three ways that you may not be thinking about to actually help your music get better for sync licensing. And you're definitely gonna wanna stick around for tip number three. If you use Logic as your DAW, this is gonna take your musician up to the next level. The first way to make your music better for sync licensing is to study what's already on TV. See, you don't need no fancy equipment. You don't need nothing else. You just need to watch TV. You can watch shows on YouTube, cable, streaming, whatever it is. And the way this helps make you make better music, you'll get a sense of understanding what the shows want in their music. So commercial music does get used in these TV shows. But if you listen to some of them, they have a certain sound that slightly differs from commercial music and the stuff you hear on the radio. Usually when you're making a song, you're making just loops over and over again of the same thing. But making music for sync licensing, you want to have different variations where different things are changing about every 4 to 8 bars. So listening to shows and analyzing tempo, analyzing key of songs, analyzing what instruments are mostly used for these songs, right? Is it mainly acoustic drums? Is it electronic drums? Is it piano sounds? Is it harsh lead sounds? Is it soft bass sounds, hard bass sounds, no 808s or 808s? So this is definitely a way to make your music better because you want to be focused on making music for sync. If you're watching this channel, you're probably a beat maker producer who came from the realm of making music for artists. Even if you haven't worked with any artists, that was your goal, to make music for artists. And things are slightly different. So you got the skills to make a good song, but you need to listen to what's on TV to hear how they like their structure. Just like you listen to the radio and you hear popular songs and you say, oh, I need to make something like that. It's the same mentality when you're getting into the sync game with TV. Oh, this show uses a lot of minor chords. So maybe if I want to get in that show, I'm going to make music with minor chords. Or, happy, major chords. So I'm going to make music with major chords. Tip number 2 to make your music better for sync licensing: study other music that's been accepted into music production libraries. Now, there's a ton of them out there, and they're definitely already vetted. You want to go with some of the popular ones to see what is the current sound. Some of these libraries, they produce like 10 albums a month, just different new things, and they're different genres. And studying this is like the same as studying the TV. So you're looking at key, you're looking at tempo, song structure, the sounds, how it's mixed, how it's mastered. This way you understand if you're not in a library yet and your music doesn't match up to it, then you're like, okay, maybe I need to work a little bit harder to match the sonics of this, to match this library seems to really like these bright pop type songs. So then maybe next time you send a demo to them, you make a couple of tracks like this, vice versa. This other one may like really hard, dark 808 trap music. Well, then make stuff like that and send them that demo. See, I think people get caught up in thinking one demo is good enough for everybody, right? But that's where research of the production library comes into play. You see what they like, and if you have songs that fit, you send them the demo of those songs. Now, you can send them a demo of anything and they can still accept you. Like, that's what happened to me, because some libraries, they deal with a lot of stuff, a lot of different music. But if you're dealing with a very niche type of library, you may want to do your research, study it, see what they like, and then send them a different demo of music like that to show them that you can make music like that. And the last tip to help you make better music for sync is to write to a show. Now, I know that sounds funny, but what I mean is you pull up some kind of material, a TV, let's just say you pull up YouTube, you put it on mute, you have your DAW right next to it, and you write to that show. Now, let me show you something real sneaky in Logic that you can do to accomplish this very easily. All right, so right now I have Logic open. And if you can see on the right, I have these different cues. Now, you can simply write. So here's House Hunters. Real old, something real old. So you can write to the music while you have this thing on mute and just do it. But you may not have dual monitors. So what you can do in Logic is you go up to File. They got this movie option. Open up movie. And let me search where that movie was at. Let me pull that open. Now, it tells you if you want to open the movie and extract the audio track. So you may want to listen to the audio separately, but I'm just going to open the movie. Keep the frames. Now, you see it open up here, but we can minimize this. And once I exit out, now you see it made a little small window right there. So if I press play in the track and your computer's fast enough, I could be writing music while the thing's in Logic. So you don't have to have a second monitor. You can use this and you can write to it to get your beats set, to set the different tempo, different mood. See, writing to a show while it's on mute, it helps you establish a mood. It puts you in the mind of an editor or director so you can understand, okay, what is this scene trying to tell me? What type of emotions should I make? So it's very good to write to scenes. You can understand like beats of the edit, right? They have a pulse. Some shows are edited slow, right? A slow burn. Some shows are edited fast, right? To keep the action going. If you look at sports, very fast action pace, depending on the sports like football, basketball, they're probably editing to a beat. Boom, boom, right? So when you viewing these things on mute and you're like, oh, I get it. Now you can set your tempo of the song. You can change them like, okay, this is like the fourth quarter, maybe more intense things that I need to put in here with my instrumentation or make it more frantic because it's the end of the game and everything is just chaotic and stuff like that. And you can understand the pacing. Therefore, when someone gets your music and they're like, oh, this fits the scene well because you've already studied what you want your songs to go into and where you want them to get placed. Let me know what you think in the comments. Did these tips help you? See, these are different ways to make your music better. It's not about equipment. It's not about mixing or mastering. It's about studying. And I think that's a thing that's often lost, is studying what makes other things great. So then you think about how you make your music. And oftentimes you probably have all the skills you already need to make your music better for licensing. But if you want more tips and tricks about getting your music into TV shows, check out one of these videos.